What fundamental principle?
Your hand is feeling very light, my dear.
Just relax, Samantha. Close your eyes.
Just relax. Sit down. Relax.
You will do exactly as my voice tells you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Dude, how?
How to be very, very popular, that is the subject, friends. A gal with charm can walk off the farm and start earning dividends. If she's popular, 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 friends.
Growing heavy, 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 heavy.
What time is it?
Will you stop fighting it? You've got to cooperate in a thing like this. That's the whole secret of hypnotism, cooperation. You gotta keep watching this thing, but you're gonna do what I tell you. Now will you relax and cooperate a little?
But I don't feel anything.
You will. Just lie back and listen to what I'm telling you to do. All right?
Let me have some of those peanuts.
Yeah. Okay. You're getting very...
Eat.
Now your eyes are becoming very, very tired. Very, very tired. And your head is getting heavier and heavier. And your eyes are weighted with lead.
Look at it.
Weighted with lead, I tell you. And you're so sleepy. So sleepy you feel you could sleep for 24 hours. Tired and heavy and sleepy. Tired and heavy and sleepy.
I'm getting awful sleepy. I think I'll go to bed. If you...
Hello.
Hello?
You looking for somebody?
Yes?
Who?
The man with the chicken.
There's no chickens in this room, lady. You must have the wrong... What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
And what are you looking like that for?
Like what?
Lady, I'm afraid you better shove on out of here. It's a little late, you know. It's after 10.
What kind of chicken?
Fried?
We better get her out of here.
Just a minute. What's your name, honey?
Curly?
Curly what?
Flag?
You think she's gassed?
I don't know, but... Stick your fingers in your ears, Curly.
Holy jumping Moses!
Toby, boy, I've done it.
You say she's a pretty sensible girl?
They don't come any sensibler.
You mean she'll do anything you tell her to?
Anything that's not against her fundamental principles.
Well?
Well, what?
Well, what are her fundamental principles?
How should I know? I never saw her until she walked through that door. What are your fundamental principles, honey?
What fundamental principles?
Also, it depends on whether this is a light catalepsis or a deep somnambulism.
What's the difference?
Well, if it's a light catalepsis, she's liable to bust out of it at any minute. But if it's a deep somnambulism, she's real gone. And can't anybody bring her out of it but numero uno. That right, baby?
Right.
How about a little kiss, then? Just to show the folks the way things is.
Well, that's one fundamental principle you can scratch.
Have one.
Me?
Sure. Help yourself. Friend of mine.
No, I don't think I better. Not till I know her a little better, anyway.
What difference does that make? It's on the house.
No, I'm afraid I'm just a little too tense for anything like that tonight. Thanks, all the same, though.
Okay, then, you get a rain check.
Well, what do you think could have happened to her?
But what could happen to a girl in a building full of college boys?
Give me your pen.
What are you going to do?
Just give her a little jab.
What for?
That's the test. If you jab her and she doesn't yell, you got yourself a deep somnambulism.
Now, wait a minute, Eddie. Don't you think we've gone just about as far as we ought to in that direction?
What's the matter with you? That's what science is, tests. How do you think they discovered 7-Up?
You know what I think we ought to do?
What?
I think we ought to get somebody else in on this, like Mr. Wedge.
And have to whack her up 3 ways? Are you nuts?
But this is a very spooky business, Eddie. How do you know she's not going to blow her top?
What are you doing now? Turning chicken?
Right?
What are you, some sort of dancer?
Student.
Student?
Interpretative student.
Come again?
What they say, exotic?
Toby, boy, history is being made in this room tonight. You ever hear of Salome?
Yes. But not definitely.
Well, she was a dancer, too.
Oh, yes. At the Star and Garter.
That's the one.
Very artistic worker.
Well, you're Salome now, honey.
At the Star and Garter?
No, right here.
Artistic but fast.
And what does Salome do when she hears the music?
Salome dances.
Okay, kick it. Holy Toledo!
It's a deep one, all right. You don't get that sort of rhythm in a light catalepsis. Not in.
Would you be good enough to turn that music a little lower, dear?
Oh, sure, Miss Sill.
I'm afraid if she doesn't come soon, I'm going to have to call this thing off. There she is.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jiminy, has everybody got one?
Have you got a girl in your room?
Yeah, and she's hypnotized.
What do you mean, hypnotized?
Eddie hypnotized her, and she's in a deep something or other.
Well, who for crying out loud asked him to do that?
This boy doesn't know what he's talking about. Eddie couldn't hypnotize a cat.
Well, that's just what I told him.
Where is she?
Now, take it easy.
Take it easy, he
Because
says.
I'm going to take you to her if you can just keep your mouth shut. Is the hall clear?
This isn't much better than being shot at.
All clear.
Please, will you?
Well, what do you know? You've got one, too.
You better keep your mouth shut if you don't want to be turned in.
What's the matter with you? Knock it off, will you?
Can't anybody do anything with her but me. She's in a deep somnambulism.
You're flaky. She's... Deep what?
Give me your pen. We'll soon find out if she's in any deep somnambulism or not.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to test her, that's all. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Give the man your hand, honey. You see? Just like Svengali.
Well, how on earth did you do it?
Well, I couldn't get in the movies the other evening, so I went to this class lecture on hypnotism.
But how'd you get a hold of her?
Well, that was an accident. He was buzzing away at me, and she walked in, and it ricocheted off on her.
You mean you were letting this dingbat experiment on you?
He said he could give me a powerful personality.
And all the poor kid wanted was a little piece of salami.
Salami dances.
Salami, honey, not salami.
Oh. Somebody ought to shut you up in the penitentiary.
Not in.
Not in.
All right, then. Now let's get her out of it.
What do you mean, get her out of it? I just got her in.
Look, Eddie, these girls are in a very serious jam. This is no time for clowning around. You snap that kid out of it.
But I'm studying her, Mr. Wedge. This is a very scientific setup, and I am not going to unhypnotize her yet.
What do you figure to do? Keep her goofed up like that till she dies? Expel him.
What are you talking about? He can't expel me.
Yeah, I'm the only one around here gets expelled.
Just because you've been around here for about 20 years doesn't give you any hold over me, Dad.
Eddie's handling that, too, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's still pretty rugged, you know. Hiding out all the time, sleeping down in the basement with all those cats, and half the time nothing to eat for breakfast but some Fritos.
Do you mean he doesn't even belong to this school and he's still hanging around here hypnotizing people?
So what would you want him to do? Go home and tell his mother he'd been kicked out? Maybe break her poor old heart?
Well, that's the most unheard of thing I ever heard of.
And just to keep the record straight, it was me that put the whammy on her, not him.
Well, 2.5 cheers for you.
What's he sticking you for?
$100.
But that includes a diploma, remember?
Oh, yeah. How's that coming along?
Just great. Want to see it?
He does a perfectly beautiful forgery of President Tweed's signature.
What kind of a college is this, for crookery?
I don't think my old man would go for it. He's a pretty smart cookie. But my mother's so nearsighted she can't hardly read those cardboards they hold up at football games.
Especially if she thinks diploma is spelled with 2 P's.
I didn't claim it was perfect. All I said was, What are you going to do?
You going to snap that girl out of her or not?
Well, of all the dirty, crummy tricks.
Yes or no, whichever you want.
But look, I got $100 in that paper.
Okay, if that's the way you want it.
No, please don't. Don't burn it. Mr. Wedge. So long, honey. Please, may I kiss her goodbye?
Just don't try to show off.
Thanks.
Say, could I pick up that rain check now?
He didn't get one first time around.
Oh, sure, and line up the rest of the college, too, why don't you?
Just a little shake, that's all.
Earthquake!
Now, nothing to be afraid of. We have them every now and then.
Whose is it?
My brother's.
All right, break it up. She's not going to China. Let's have it, Eddie.
It was as if the whole world shook.
All right, let's have it.
All out, honey. Come on, baby, that's all. It's over now, honey. Can't you hear me, curly girl?
Yes, I hear you.
Well, knock it off then. Don't you understand? This is official. Come out of it.
The earth itself seemed to tremble.
Come on, Eddie, we haven't got all night about this thing.
I'm trying, Mr. Wedge. Wake up, I tell you. Wake up!
A real scientific Einstein, huh?
Do you know what you're doing or not?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't go to the second lecture.
What second lecture?
The one where he tells you how to get him out of it.
You mean you can't ungoof her?
Well, I'm doing the best I can, for Pete's sake. Come on, baby. Bang, bang, bang. You hear me? Bang, bang, bang.
I loved my wife forever.
And of course, forever. All right. But you still killed her, didn't you?
A crime from the past has obsessed her.
That was Roman Strauss. That was his wife, Margaret. He stabbed her in the throat with a lovely pair of barber scissors. For whatever reason, these events are consuming her.
A stranger
Mike, church
has found her.
Why are you helping me?
I don't know. Maybe I feel sorry for you. Maybe I like you. How far back are you?
1948.
Hypnosis can take us back to our past lives. You expect me just to run with that?
There's a lot more people on this planet who believe in past lives than don't.
What do you see?
Mr. Strauss? Mike, someone wants to kill me.
Those are just dreams. They're not real.
The more she trusts him,
It's okay.
the more she fears him.
This is exactly what happened with Roman and Margaret.
I'm not Roman.
He had a pair of scissors.
To be the man who ended her life
Roman?
more than 40 years ago.
He was gonna kill me.
You saw Mr. Church in the past.
I'm not Roman!
You were in the house.
You take this, you sleep with it, you put it under your pillow, I come near you, you blow my head off, right?
I would never hurt you.
How am I supposed to keep him away? I mean, he really wants to see me.
You burn somebody in one life, they get a chance to burn you back in this one. It's the karmic credit plan. Buy now, pay forever.
Maybe Roman Strauss didn't kill his wife.
What exactly is it between you and Mr. Baker?
I could be a good friend, Margaret.
If fate works at all, it works because people think that this time it isn't going to happen.
The love and death of Roman and Margaret Strauss has begun all over again.
This is all far from over.
Dead again.
Climb's worn me out a bit.
You see, I see cases like this all the time. A person experiences something traumatic and they want to erase it from their minds. Trouble is, they erase everything else along with it.
You a shrink?
No, not exactly. I'm a hypnotist.
Okay, here's the water, there's the door. Sorry about the stairs.
It tastes a bit like bourbon. No, it's simply a matter of regressing the young lady back to a happier time and then asking her who she is. Your hand is feeling very light, my dear. So light that I'm afraid if I were to let go of it, it would just float up all on its own.
Hey, who gave you permission?
No, she's perfectly all right. Now, I want you to continue to relax, my dear. Tell yourself that you're going deeper and deeper into a state of hypnosis. That's it. That's right. That's very nice. Good. Now, my dear, let us go back. Tell me. There's something...
Somebody help me!
Right, she's still under?
No.
Why? What made you scream? Can you talk now?
Well, at least we know she does talk. Rather well, in fact. How do you feel? I'd say she was feeling better. Splendid. Now, if you like, you could come by my shop tomorrow afternoon and we can try again. I shall need several hours, but I think the surroundings there will be a little...
Yeah, look, you did a great job. She spoke. I'm thrilled, really, but I don't have the money.
Well, no, it will cost you nothing, Mr. Church. We'll deal with her family when we find them. I'm sure they'll find my services invaluable once they realize that I'm the one who has reunited them with their, daughter, wife, or whomever. Yes, I have some lovely things. Pity, bit of awkward day. Mother, turn that down, please. I thought today, since this is our first real session, we just go for an hour or two. Now, as soon as you feel quite comfortable, my dear, I want you to take a look at the candle in front of you. I want you to stare at it. Good. Now, I want you to picture yourself walking down a flight of stairs. With each step, you relax still further. And as you go down, I want you to tell yourself, I am going deeper and deeper into a state of hypnosis. Now, since yesterday you became a bit excited, today I want you to distance yourself from the events you're watching, as if you were only a witness, not an actual participant. And if you do happen to notice any nice little relics or objets d'art along the way, you might just mention them too.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
At the bottom of the stairs, I want you to picture a door. Now, this door is very important, because just beyond it lies whatever time or place from your life you wish to visit. All right, then. The door has opened. You can speak, my dear. What was the happiest day?
The day we first met.
Distance yourself.
The day Roman and Margaret first met.
Margaret?
That's right.
Well, Margaret who, Mr. Church?
Strauss.
All right, then. Let's go back to the day Margaret and Roman first met. How far back are you? 2 years? 3 years? A year?
It was 1948.
Okie dokie. I think I've heard enough.
Mr. Church, I really must insist that you refrain from talking during the session.
The lady just told us she met a guy named Roman in 1948. I say the session's over.
On occasion, Mr. Church, hypnosis can take us back to our past lives as well as our past.
You expect me just to run with that?
Let me remind you, Mr. Church, yesterday this young lady wasn't even speaking.
Rachmaninoff was on program that night.
Wait for me, my dear. When was this?
Winter 1948. Roman was guest conductor with the Los Angeles Symphony.
Three, two, one.
A little hot in here.
Mother, could you open a window for us, please? Now, this isn't as uncommon as you might think. A colleague of mine up in San Francisco last month had the same thing.
May I have a glass of water?
Oh, you really have found your tongue, my dear. It's wonderful.
Do you know your name?
Give it time, Mr. Church.
I mean, do you remember anything at all? I mean, what about those people you were talking about? Are they still alive? Because maybe I can trace them.
I'd like to show you something.
The following clip contains mature content. Parental guidance is advised.
Just relax, Samantha. Close your eyes. I want you to count backwards from 10 to 1. And as you're counting, imagine you're climbing down steps.
10, 9, 8.
Each step is a number.
7.
And with each step you go deeper
6.
and deeper.
5. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're 6 years old. You're at home. Do you remember?
Come here.
Said, come here. Nine, 10. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Next time on Hypnosis in the Media.
You no longer possess a will of your own, Adriana.
Thanks for watching until the end. If you want to see more, just hit the subscribe button.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hypnosis in the Media. I'm Meg Register, a certified clinical hypnotherapist, as well as an advisor to the series. If you're interested in learning more about hypnosis, I welcome you to contact me for a free phone consultation to find out if hypnotherapy can work for you.